Hello guys, in this tutorial I will show you how I replaced the keyboard in Lenovo Yoga 710. This process requires removing components like touchpad, hard disk, motherboard, etc. So you will find step-by-step instruction of disassembling each of these elements if you need to replace any of them. Just check out the description where I linked exact moments of removing or replacing specific components. To start, turn off your laptop and disconnect it from the power source. First you need to unscrew these torque screws shown on the video. To remove the back cover of a laptop, the easiest way is to pull the cover near USB ports where you can put your fingers and separate the metal case from the rest of the laptop. First thing you want to do is to unplug the motherboard from the battery to prevent any short circuits. Use some plastic tool to slide the connector up. After that, remove 3 black Phillips screws holding the battery. Now if you need to replace just your hard drive, unscrew the Phillips screw under the warranty sticker and pull the disk from the socket. Now I disconnect the flex cable from the keyboard. You need to take a plastic tool or a fingernail and pry the gray part until it pops up and the flex becomes loose. Flex on the left is from keyboard backlight. This one just needs to be pulled from the socket. This is a flex from touchpad. To disconnect it, you need to pry the gray part similar to keyboard flex but smaller. The same connector on the other side. Now on the left of the motherboard. First connector simply needs to be pulled from the socket. Next with the gray hinge. And last again, just pull from the socket. Now 2 antenna cables disconnects upwards. Be gentle with these, because they are likely to break. Another cable from LCD. You need to pull up the black tape. Now take small Phillips screwdriver and remove all the screws shown on the video. Now you can take your motherboard out. Now I will unscrew the screws holding the touchpad. Note that you can replace it without removing the motherboard. Remove this flex and unscrew the small PCB on the left. Screws on display hinges also need to be removed. I get rid of unnecessary cables and tapes. Okay, so here comes the tricky part. I use a soldering tool with a flat tip. If you don't have one, you can use a sharp knife for it. You need to remove all the plastic heads holding this metal piece to the palm rest. If you use a soldering tool, pull the metal part while heating the plastic. Be careful not to melt any of the remaining cables. Some points are hidden below a sticker or a hinge. I had to remove the last screw on the right hinge. After taking the metal piece, you need to do the same for the keyboard. Here I have a brand new keyboard. It needs to be pushed as close as possible to the palm rest. If you are not sure whether the keyboard sits well, just look at the palm rest from the other side. Take your time, each key should protrude equally. Now I take my soldering tool and try to flatten again the plastic heads. Sometimes I need to add some more plastic from leftovers. Keyboard cables should go through this hole. Be careful not to cut them with the sharp metal edge. Do the same for all plastic heads on the metal piece. Screw back the hinges and this PCB removed last. Put the motherboard back and screw back all the screws. Connect the antenna cables, white under the white arrow and black under the black. Connect all the connectors back. To connect the flex cables with gray hinge, first insert the cable and then push the hinge down. Connect the battery at the end and screw the bottom part with Torx screws. And if you followed my tutorial, you have successfully replaced the keyboard in your laptop. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you've enjoyed. See you next time.